Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Family fun days are here. It's time for movie marathons, living room camping, sweet treats, and outdoor fun. At Quartz, we have TVs, appliances, outdoor furniture, grills, pools, and everything you need for a family holiday. Shop today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Plus, stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield extended warranty. Quartz is bringing back the fun days and bringing value home. Offer ends July 24th, 2023. Special conditions apply.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, police have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Darius Williams, a 23-year-old Glen Omnibus conductor, which occurred on Monday, July 3rd, 2023, at the Peace Memorial Hall bus stop, Kingston, and Michael Miller, 46-year-old of Stubbs, which occurred in Georgetown. According to preliminary investigations, Williams was working as a conductor on an omnibus that stopped at the Peace Memorial bus stop around 5:50 p.m. on the date in question, when he was attacked by an assailant and stabbed with a knife. He was transported to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital for medical treatment, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Meanwhile, Miller succumbed to his injuries after he was shot by an unknown assailant several times about his body in Georgetown. Post-mortem examinations are expected to be carried out on the deceased men to ascertain the exact cause of death. An investigation has also been launched into a shooting incident that left Floyd McDowell, a 28-year-old farmer from Georgetown, hospitalized with a gunshot wound to his right thigh. He was rushed to the Modern Medical Complex in Georgetown and later transferred to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, where he is reported to be in stable condition. On the occasion of the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of CARICOM, three Vincentian artists traveled to the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela to participate in the Venezuelan Caribbean Week from June 24th to 29th in the city of Caracas, which was organized by the Vice Ministry for the Caribbean of the Bolivarian government. The three Vincentian artists, violinist Darren Andrews, vocalist Hans John, and steel pan musician Rejon Baptiste, were invited by the head of the Venezuelan diplomatic mission in SVG, Francisco Perez Santana, with the aim of bringing part of the culture, art, and essence of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the land of Simon Bolivar. The Vincentian musicians performed as soloists and shared the stage also with artist Sheldon Blackman, vocalist from Trinidad and Tobago, vocalist Mighty Gabby, and guitarist Celie from Barbados, together with the Simon Bolivar Latin Caribbean Orchestra from Venezuela. During the time, they exchanged enriching experiences in musical aspects and performing for the first time a soca recital. On Friday, June 29th, the Caribbean concert was held in the spaces of La Casona Cultural in Caracas to close the activities carried out on the occasion of the Caribbean Week. Still on the local scene, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines was on Tuesday, June 27th, granted a total of 21 scholarships by the Republic of Cuba. The scholarships that are for the 2023-2024 academic year are available for Vincentian students to pursue graduate and postgraduate studies at Cuban universities. The areas offered are as follows: 7 scholarships for medicine, 4 scholarships for postgraduate medical studies, 1 scholarship for stomatology, 7 scholarships in nursing, 1 scholarship in engineering, and 1 scholarship in health technology. An official release from the Office of the Prime Minister stated that the Republic of Cuba continues to support St. Vincent and the Grenadines in our development agenda, and this generous gift of 21 scholarships is the latest example of their contribution to our development in education. The release goes on to express gratitude to the government and people of the Republic of Cuba for their continued assistance. Little Feet, a pioneering non-profit organization dedicated to purchasing and distributing shoes to children in need, has announced its official launch on Monday, July 3rd. With the mission of providing footwear to underserved children in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Little Feet aims to make a lasting impact in the lives of children all around the world, starting with St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My happiness is to see other children like myself be able to go to school and carry out other activities with proper shoes that protect their legs from injury while they have fun, said KJ Little, the visionary behind the initiative and the son of famed soccer artist Kevin Little. According to an official release, Little Feet plans to collaborate with local communities, businesses, and partner organizations to establish monetary donations that will be done online through their website. Donors give money and shoes are ordered and branded by Little Feet before distribution to the children that have been approved as beneficiaries. These branded shoes will then be carefully sorted and distributed to children in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On to news in the region. The Trinidad and Tobago High Court on Tuesday declared that the 1951 Refugee Convention obligations do not apply and cannot be enforced in the Twin Island Republic. This means that all immigrants are subject to the provisions of the Immigration Act, and as a result, all migrant, refugees, and asylum seekers can be deported even if they have registered with the United Nations High Commissioner of Refugees. Justice Frank C. Passad presided over the case, was brought by Johan Jesus Rangel Dominguez, who was seeking to reverse a decision by the Minister of National Security to issue a deportation order in March this year. The judge also said that the court could ascertain to no identifiable reason to set aside the minister's decision to issue a deportation order. Sipasad said that the obligations enumerated under the 1951 Refugee Convention and the principle of non-refoulement do not apply to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, as there has been no domestic incorporation. 7 years after the murder of two missionaries from the United States, Andrew Thomas, 34, a taxi driver from the eastern parish of St. Mary, Jamaica, has been charged with murder. He appeared in a corporate area court on Monday. On the morning of April 30th, 2016, the missionaries, Randy Hetzel, 48, and Harold Nichols, 53, were seen leaving the community of Tower Isle in the parish. Later that day, Hetzel's body was found in bushes, and the body of Nichols was found the following day. Hetzel died of a gunshot wound, while Nichols had the gunshot and chop wounds. Thomas was jointly charged with Dwight Henry, 32, a farmer, who pleaded guilty to the murder charges earlier this year. Henry has sentenced to life imprisonment and ordered to serve 28 years before he is eligible for parole. A United States federal judge, on the international scene, a United States federal judge has blocked officials in the administration of President Joe Biden from contacting social media companies about content moderation. In a court filing on Tuesday, Judge Terry Doughty issued the injunction in response to a lawsuit brought by Republican attorneys general in Louisiana and Missouri. They allege that the government went too far in its efforts to encourage social media platforms to address false information. Doughty wrote that the government's attempt to limit false claims related to elections and the COVID-19 pandemic arguably involves the most massive attack against free speech in United States history. A federal judge appointed by former President Donald Trump, Doughty had previously issued a ruling in January of 2022 to block COVID-19 vaccination requirements for school teachers. He also barred mandatory vaccination requirements for healthcare workers, but that decision was largely overruled by the U.S. Supreme Court. His filing on Tuesday includes numerous references to conservative talking points. And finally, in sports, England has made three changes for the third Ashes test, bringing in Mark Wood, Chris Woakes, and Moeen Ali. Ollie Pope has been ruled out of the series, but England has opted against replacing him with Dan Lawrence, the spare batter in their squad. Instead, Harry Brook moves up to number 3 with all-rounders Wokes and Moween added to bolster the lower order. Wood joins Wokes, Stuart Broad, and Ollie Robinson in the pace attack with Josh Tongue and James Anderson rested. The test begins at Headingley on Thursday, with England needing to win to prevent Australia retaining the Ashes. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Wait and see, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. Whenever we touching the vacancy, we just climb over the gate and see.
Boom! It's carnival time at Courts Ready Cash. So visit your nearest Courts Ready Cash for instant carnival prizes, tickets, and much more with your loan of $3,000 or over. Come home to Courts Ready Cash this carnival season and enjoy flexible payment terms, hassle-free service, and fast approval. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, your job letter, and 2 references. Simple as that. Follow Ready Cash on Facebook and Instagram for your updates and in our in-store carnival parties and our carnival workout session. It's time for carnival at Courts Ready Cash. Visit shopcourts.com for details.